Hey guys, Robbie here from CrossFit South Bend. Today I'm here with Sarah, who is doing our Functional Diagnostic Nutrition program, and she's doing it for 6 months. Now, right now, she's about halfway through the program, and she's made some amazing progress. For instance, she's lost 32 pounds and 5 inches off her waist, and she's done a number of amazing things in the gym. So today we're going to talk about all of Sarah's fantastic progress. So, Sarah, first of all, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
So, normally we start off these testimonials by asking people, hey, what did you think of this crazy way of eating before you started it? But in Sarah's case, she had actually done a Whole30 before, she had done a Whole30 on her own before doing this program. So Sarah, talk to us a bit about the difference between doing a Whole30 on your own and doing it in the context of this program.
Well, it was definitely a lot easier my second time around and not doing it completely cold turkey. Thankfully, I'd been working with Robbie for about a month and a half before I did it, so I was a little bit weaned off of all of the processed foods. My first time around, I relied fairly heavily on potatoes to get me through. I would eat them about twice a day, and of course Robbie won't let me do that, so I've been getting a lot more of my leafy greens in and just kind of more experimenting and having more fun with vegetables and seeing how versatile they can be.
Awesome. So obviously one of the big reasons that people will do a nutrition program is for the physical changes. So we're going to talk about physical changes, but also the things that go beyond that as well. But talk to us a bit about things like, how are clothes fitting and weight loss and performance in the gym, all those sort of physical aspects of what you've been doing.
Well, I've already gone down a whole pant size, and actually the few new pairs that I bought are already getting a little loose, so that's been really awesome. And just random things that you don't think about, like I had to readjust my car seat, some of my shoes have gotten looser, there's clothes that I can't even wear anymore that I bought this year, so that's been really cool.
And then on the fitness side of things, there's been some pretty amazing stuff too. So one thing we were just talking about is, I think you were saying back in March, you could only run a couple laps at your old gym. Tell us about that.
Yes, I actually have a history with running. I used to do half marathons for fun, and everyone thinks that's crazy, but it's a great release. And over the last few years, I developed some health issues, some injuries from that, so I haven't been able to run in about 2.5, 3 years, at least with little twinges of pain. March, I would try to run a little bit, try to get back into it some this year, and just my body wasn't letting me. And about a month ago, I was able to run 2 miles without stopping, and that just feels incredible. So
that's pretty amazing. And then in addition to that, all of which is amazing, 200-pound back squat in the gym and hanging from the bar. Tell us a bit about the CrossFit benefits that you've seen as well.
Right, those are just strength benefits that I've gained that I never thought that I could do a 200-pound back squat. I was terrified of back squatting the beginning of this year, and to make that huge stride to back squat alone and back squat 200 pounds was pretty incredible feeling. And I didn't think I could hang from a bar, let alone just hanging, but being able to do 8 unbroken knee raises, that was an amazing feeling.
Absolutely, and that's really incredible. So in addition to those physical changes, we always like to ask people about those non-physical changes, so the non-skill victories. So these are things like mood, energy, cravings, less brain fog. Tell us a bit about those things.
Well, I actually crave kale now, so that's been strange.
Yeah.
Because who craves that?
Right.
When I think about my favorite foods, they don't even, for a second they'll sound good, but then I think about putting it in my body and what it's going to do to me, and I just don't want it. And you have your good days and bad days, but I would say 9 out of 10 days, I feel like I'm on top of the world and unstoppable. And you learn to appreciate the bad days too, because you do have days where everything you look at is a pizza, but that's just where you have to get in the right mindset and say, will that help me reach my goal? And is that going to fuel my body? If the answer is no, obviously don't eat it.
Right.
So,
everyone is obviously their own unique individual, But, you know, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who have experienced a lot of the same things that you went through, you know, in deciding, you know, how do I want to make a life change and how do I go about doing it? If you could speak to someone who was, you know, dealing with some of the similar things that you were dealing with, what would you say to them about potentially trying something like this?
Do it. It's very scary at first. I mean, you're handing your life over to this guy, but it's definitely very worth it.
Good. So I have to say, from my perspective, and I've mentioned this to a number of CrossFit South Bend members, I just did a post on this not too long ago. We have a saying that we have around here, everyone wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die to get there. And it's so true of so many people we see for CrossFit and for nutrition. And Sarah has done an amazing job. She's completely bucked that trend. It's one of those things where, you know, I have said, hey, go forth and do this, and she does it. You know, she's super committed to her goals, and you've just done an amazing job with everything. I'm super proud of all your progress thus far, and I'm super excited for the next few months to come.
Me too. Very excited for the Open.
Yeah, so that's probably around the time we're going to be filming the next one. So we'll see you guys in a few months for part 2. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.